one and all, welcome along to TTTV. Do not adjust your sets, you are seeing something a little bit different than just seeing the lobby screen in front of you. My name is Andy Campbell. You thought you'd got rid of me around Christmas time from TTL, but I am back for one night only. I am here for the Team v Team event between TTGaming Esports and Livid eRacing. What's sure to be an exciting night, a 10v10 team event action here on F1 2019. Two races here tonight that you'll see as we go along. First one will be from Belgium, and the second one will be at the United States Grand Prix location, which is obviously the Circuit of the Americas, of course. As you can see on screen just now, the holding screen, which is brought to you by TTG's latest and newest sponsor, which is Stick'em-Up.store, so do check them out for some fantastic gear and merch. And yeah, if you do see anything as we're going along tonight, do give me a wee shout. This is my first time using OBS, and I'm trying to do as much as I can to make it as good as possible, so I am learning a little bit as I go along too. But yeah, I've been looking forward to it. But let me take you through first of all tonight's standing process. So there it is on the screen just now. Round 1 from Spa in Belgium, round 2 from the United States Grand Prix at the Circuits of the Americas. Points for every finishing driver, 25% race distance, clear weather, and 1 shot qualifying. If we move on quickly to the drivers, there are your lineups tonight. You can see TTG have Westy, Honey Badger, Navy, Carlsberry, Forbes, Will G, Siege, Toxic, Vaporon and Calsper. While Livid are represented by Slimbo, Fruitful, Sem, Ferhan, Luke, Sam, Simon, Deneen, Calzo and Sam as well. So 2 Sams for me to get tripping over multiple times through the stream. Let's have a wee look at the cars, shall we? First of all, the TTG car, which regulars to TTTV will be very familiar with the dark colours of the red, black and grey. And then the Livid car, I was hoping to get one of them on the track, but unfortunately wasn't able to get my hands on that before the start of tonight's stream. But you can see there more white and red ensemble similar to their actual colours itself. But it is now time almost for the drivers who are starting to ready up in the lobby in just a moment, and we'll be moving on to the Belgium Grand Prix from the fantastic Spa-Francorchamps circuit in just a moment's time. Just waiting on the lobby, readying up. All the drivers are in, so it's just last minute preparations and we are about to get underway. But since we are about to get underway, see what else I've got for you tonight. Yes, welcome along to Spa in the Ardennes Forest, one of the most picturesque and iconic tracks on the Formula 1 calendar. It's just over 7 kilometres long as well, the longest track on the calendar too. That long run from the La Source Hairpin all the way up through Rouge and Radion towards the Les Combs left and right. At the top of the hill will be prime overtaking zone for the drivers tonight. Keep an eye on how they go. As you can see there, 19 turns in total around this fantastic circuit, and we'll be start off the action for tonight's sequence of events. The lobby is starting to ready up in the background. We will go to that very shortly indeed. But beautiful track and looking forward to some fantastic racing. Remember, any drivers that do not finish tonight will not score points in that particular race. To score points, the points available all the way down to 20th, you need to finish the racing control of your car. Well, let's skip on now to, as you can see, the on track as they're starting to get ready, and we'll just pop everything together and make sure we're all looking good and handy. 20 cars. I cannot remember, personally, the last time I commentated on a 20 car grid. It's been a while. But it'd be interesting to see if you are in the chat, who are you cheering for tonight? Are you shouting out for the home team, so to speak? Are you shouting for TTG? Or are you giving a shout out to Livid eRacing? Come one, come all, you're all welcome. Just keep it nice and clean in the chat and let us know what your thoughts. If once we get going, if the volume is too loud on the end screen, do let me know and I will turn it down from my side. But here we go, on board with Luke. It is into the lasso circle for the first time, and nicely up towards Eau Rouge now. He's already got himself into around 7th, he comes flying up Eau Rouge and over the top of the hill, over a Radion, 195 miles an hour over the top, DRS wide open along the long Kennel straight towards Lake Holmes. It's Ferret racing the Vapor on at the top of the moment. The one-shot quality down the gears from around 75 metres, down the third, 90 miles an hour through the right, then the left, back to the left-hand side from the next right-hand corner, and down a little bit of a run across the grass there from Luke, so that's not going to help him in any way, shape or form as he comes down into the tricky right-hander of Brussels and up towards X corner. The car snapping on its way down towards X, what used to be known as No Name for a long time, down towards the fearsome corner, 6th gear, it's sliding that car, a lot of understeer on the way in there at 150 miles an hour. That's going to cause you to need to change your underwear. Nicely on the brakes, so into the next chicane, the right and the left, and it's very easy to get it wrong going through there. Up towards Malmedy now, and Stavolo coming towards the end of the lap now. Very easy, you've got to watch that wall on the left hand side. Many a driver has been caught out crashing into there. Now up towards Blanchimont, 200 miles an hour on the speedo, down in the bottom right hand corner. Nice and easy through there, completely flat out. Towards the chicane, which is the bus stop chicane as far as I'm concerned. Nicely on the brakes here, just missing the apex by the millimetres, nothing much more. And on the power across the line, and who's going to take pole position? And it is Calzo for Livid with a 43.0 who takes pole position, and Livid strike first in this game scenario. The game sound lower, I will do, thank you Colin. I am learning, as I say, as I go along. But it is Livid who strike first. There you go, Calzo in pole position. Only two, just look at that. Vaporon and Toxic. Less than 3/100 separating the top three. This is going to be a very exciting race indeed. Deneen in 4th with Fruitful in 5th, so Livid looking good with 3 of the top 5. Calspar in 6th for TTG. Then it's Sam in 7th, Forbes in 8th, Slimbo 9th, Westy rounds out the top 10. They'll have to start in the soft compound tyre. It's Ferrin Racer in 11th, Luke in 12th, Navy 13th, Siege 14th, Carlsberry in 15th, Simon 16th, Will G didn't set a time, and Sam, Honey Badger and Sem all picked up disqualification during the qualifying session. So fantastic stuff there from Calzo to put it on pole position. And that is going to be very interesting indeed. I have lowered the game sounds, so it should hopefully be a little bit lower once we get into the race. If you do notice it a little bit too loud, please let me know. The joys of adjusting everything on the go. We should be looking forward now to a very interesting race indeed here in Belgium. Likely to be very interesting, and you know, a good chance for someone to strike first blood here for their teams. Only two 25% races, so we will see pit stops during this race. You will need to be on each compound of tyre at some point in proceedings, of course. No wet weather is going to come. The safety car is off as well to avoid any hassle, so it is purely down to the drivers and the skill that they have available to them here tonight to get the job done for their team. But we head back to the grid now, and we're about to head out on the formation lap. We'll have a quick wee look and see who is on what tyre is what we want to know. So we know the top 10 are on the soft compound tyre. We can see that Ferrin Racer down in 11th, along with Luke, Navy, Siege and Carlsberry are all in the medium. Simon's decided to go for the soft compound tyre, so going something a little bit different. Will G on the medium, Sam and Honey Badger have gone for the soft, so look to get a quick start off the line, and Sam at the back on the mediums. Do not expect to see the hard compound tyre here in this 25% race. Tyre wear will not be an issue of any sort. There's that lovely Livid eRacing livery, the white and the red. You'll see plenty of that there tonight, as well as you will do the TTG livery as well, which you're about to get a nice wee look at here down through Brussels, the black, grey and red of TTG. So Calzo, brilliant pole position, just shy of getting into the 42s and a 43.0, but Vaporon and Toxic right there as well within 3/100ths of a second. We're really interested to see who ends up where. We'll put the full map on to give the best possible views for everybody, and nearly getting towards the end of this formation lap. Have the drivers managed to get all the heat they need into the tyres? It'll be interesting to see what happens before this all gets underway, because it's going to be manic. I'm going to take a moment to get a quick drink, because I get the feeling I'm going to need it. So here they come then through Blanchimont. We're going a lot faster next time by, that's for sure. Be a lot more speed in those cars when they get through there, but through the bus stop chicane they come. And we are moments away from lights out here at Spa-Francorchamps for the first round of the Team v Team event here between TTG and Livid eRacing. Who's your money on for this one? Let's see what we can do. I'll pop the game sound a little bit lower again, thank you Cohen. It is something I'm working on as we're going through tonight's proceedings. But there is Vaporon. Try and get a good screenshot from the front. Not really going to get one, are we? My name is Andy Campbell. We are waiting on the 5 red lights here this evening for round number 1 of this Team v Team event. Who's going to take first blood here tonight? And here we go, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And they're underway, and let's the starts look like some cars jumping out in the background, but Calzo has got a brilliant start in pole position, down towards turn 1. Vaporon's nearly missed his break in there, into the back of the Livid racer. Toxic's going to benefit from that. Calspar's up as well with a nice start from him too. Now just going to jump there to get the position changes, but you can see there, Calspar already up 3 positions, great start from him. Ferrin Racer up 4 positions, and Calspar he's up 6 as well, so some great moves off the line. Honey Badger using those soft compound tyres as well, he's making his way through the field already, trying to make up positions, already up 7 places off the start line, and Calzo has been passed there by Toxic, just seen it in the distance, and Calzo's going to go round the outside to try and take the position back. There's a car sweaving towards the grass there, but managed to avoid the wall, and side by side into Brussels, and Calzo's lost out. Toxic leads into X corner, Calzo second, Calspar in third with Vaporon fourth, Deneen in fifth, Fruitful in sixth, Ferrin Racer up 4 places in seventh, then Sam in eighth, Calsbury in ninth, and Slimbo rounding out the top 10. Honey Badger though up 8 positions on those soft compound tyres and getting a much better run through Puhon. He's going to go side by side with Slimbo up towards the fan chicane, and he's going to go round the outside with the grippier tyres, and then again Slimbo's on them as well. He was inside the top 10, but Honey Badger, the Dutchman, on a move, but he's going to have to defend now around the outside, holds the position, and that's Honey Badger already up into the top 10. Fantastic stuff from the TTG driver. What can Calzo do though? Can he get back that first position that he had from the start of the race? He's lost out in the opening corners to Toxic, who's trying to see if he can pull away. We're on board with the Livid Esports driver just now, coming into the bus stop chicane. Nothing doing at the moment, but he's getting awful close there, and a little bit of sideways in the background. Meanwhile, Fruitful and Ferrin Racer, the 2 Livid cars, going side by side out of the bus stop. We've got pit stops already for cars in the background, which is for Slimbo, Sam, Forbes, Westy, Siege. So there's 5 drivers in the pits. See if there's any wing changes. A wing change there for Sam, wing change for Westy. We've got another one for Siege. It's wing changes all round, but we'll come back to the front because Calzo has got the slipstream here on Toxic. The TTG driver is going to be defenceless up towards Lecombs. No DRS yet. They're going to go wheel to wheel, quite literally there, into Lecombs, and a little bit of a NASCAR nudge there on the way through the corner. But Toxic holds on there and keeps the position for now, and it is all go, go, go at the front of the field, but Toxic holding on. Calzo doing everything he can. He's going to have DRS next time round if he sticks with it, so he might just wait and hold on towards that time and see if he can make a move under DRS, because he's obviously Toxic's going to have absolutely no one to help him out. No DRS will be available to the leader, obviously. Everyone is still pretty close together as we work away down the field. In fact, someone's off in the background there. That's Fruitful. He's just lost a couple of places there, running very wide. Sam has just picked up a few as well, going through. Oh, they've got a car off in the background. That's Calsbury, who is off in the background. Honey Badger was off as well, so the great start from the Dutchman has gone to pay, and wing damage for the TTG driver as well, so that's not good for him. Calsbury's not picked up any damage. There's Sam, he seems okay in terms of damage to his car, so something going on towards the back of the field there. That is going to cost Honey Badger that brilliant start that he had at the beginning of the race. But it's just how you go, and these kind of things, you know, issues and incidents will happen. You can see the field pretty close together until you get down to around about Sam and Honey Badger. Fruitful's into pit lane, so he's possibly got wing damage, I would imagine, as well. Ooh, excuse me. I do apologise for that, one's very unprofessional. But here we go with Calzo. We're going to jump on board now with a Livid driver going through Eau Rouge, up over the hill, over the top of Radion at 197 miles an hour. This is going to be a slam dunk, easy as you like, because Toxic has got nothing. He's going to pull back into the slipstream to see if he fancies anything. His ideal scenario would be to let his teammate Calspur through there, to be perfectly honest with you, but he's decided not to do it, as Luke is going to make a move and he's going to get through there. Navy in amongst the battle there. Simon's lost out, so he's down a few positions. Honey Badger's made his way back to the pits. Navy picking up a penalty, so there's going to be plenty of penalties to keep an eye on through this race. But Calzo has made it. In fact, just as I'm moving away, you can see there Simon was going the long way round on Will G, but not able to make the move stick, and was trying to keep an eye on everything through the field. But the cars are just so close together. It is incredible action already in these opening stages. Just checking the volume there quickly, seems alright. We can see down in the order Sam and Slimbo swapping positions. Possible bit of team tactics there. Toxic needs to stick with Calzo as close as possible, because if he doesn't, he's going to fall out with DRS, and that's going to allow the Livid driver the chance to disappear and get the 25 points that you get for winning this race. There is Calspur, who's up 3 positions, so we're on lap 3, into lap 3 now, and you can see Simon has just gone past on Westy, and Westy's just been given a little bit of a push there on as well. Sorry, Will G. And he's gone Sem to one side of him. Navy goes up. There's pit stops galore now all through the field. So that's it all beginning, and there's no point trying to see who's gained what in the early stages, because pit stops have just completely ruined it. Let me know if you can hear everything okay. You can hear the on boards, you can hear me and everything. Let me know how the volume is. I'll make any adjustments if needed. Please give me a wee shout. I'm running this solo, but here comes Toxic, trying to take the lead back from Calzo. He's going to have to get heavy on the brakes here into the Lecomte chicane. He's going to have to go round the outside, and that's a nice little move. And look at that, Calspur nearly fancying his chances there, but the Scotsman Calzo manages to hold on to second position, and these two have swapped positions a few times now, so that's the 4th time we've seen the lead change since the start of the race. And some great action up towards the front. Been very friendly so far, which is good to see. Some good clean action. It's looking good though at the moment for Livid, because if apart from Toxic, Calspur and Vaporon, they've got quite a good chunk of the top 7. In fact, it's not quite as bad actually. I thought it was only they two, but it's 4-3-3 in the top 7. They seem to have pulled away. Navy 3.7 behind. He is on the mediums, so he has made his pit stop. That could... No, he's not made his pit stop, and he's doing a Ken block coming out of there. We don't want to be doing that too very much. It'll just ruin those tyres. So he will be running longer into the stint, obviously. It'll be interesting to see where everybody comes out. Who's going to come into the pits? Does Toxic come into pit lane this time by... Bring it back up. Put on the tyres, and as you can see... Yeah, oh, where has he gone? There. He's carried on. So Toxic carries on. Calspur carries on. Vaporon carries on as well. So Calzo into the pits. Ferring goes on. So Sam and Deneen, all 3 Livid drivers into the pits, so hopefully they're not going to end up double stacking. And Toxic has left the session. Toxic has left the session. You can see his car's ghosting. He's lost connection. And that means at the moment that car, being a ghost, will not pick up any points unless it can get back in the session quickly and take control of that car, and that could be an absolute disaster for TTG. He was right up at the front battling away, and he is now ghosting as he goes along. Deneen there just coming out of pit lane behind, just ahead of Fruitful, who's been in the pits already, holding on. Sam is up ahead with Calzo, so you can see Calzo is the lead runner, and he's already onto the back of Carlsberry as well. And he's just seen a bit in our chat that we've got Toxic complaining with some unfavourable words about his internet connection. As you can see, Seren Racer going past his ghost car, Will G going side by side and through on Slimbo up towards Lecombs as well, so it's a good move there from him. Vaporon and Calsper though, Calsper out in the lead from Vaporon. TTG 1-2 at the moment. Ferrin Racer though on the medium compound tyres is in third, having a great run off it at the moment. Navy in 5th, Sem in 6th with Calsbury in 7th. Calzo, the first of the drivers that's pitted, he's in 8th and he's right on the back of Carlsberry as well. So this could be with fresh tyres, as you see Toxic's back in the session, but he won't be back in control of his car just yet. And what does Calzo fancy doing? The Slimbo and Will G are still fighting it out down the field, and I'd imagine the tyres on, in fact they're not long into the pits for both of them. Calsper makes his pit stop, so he's made his way into pits. Vaporon is going to carry on. You can see more cars in the pits. Will G's retired from the session. What's happened? He's lost it coming out of Mandalay as well at Stavolo. And well, I did mention it in the qualifying lap, you need to be careful of that barrier, it will pitch you across the track, and that's exactly what has happened here. Unfortunately that means TTG are down one driver already. You can see pit stops underway. Carlsberg's back out actually in front of Calzo and Calsbury. I'm going to get these two mixed up often enough, but let's see what Calzo can do. So the undercut has not worked, getting stuck behind Carlsbury, and traffic has cost Calzo, and it's allowed Carlsbury to jump ahead of him. But here goes Calzo late on the brakes into Lecombs, and it looks like he might just have the move done, but you can see that Carlsbury's not going to give that one up without a fight. In fact, he's going to try and switch back down the inside into Brussels. Can he get the braking done side by side? Understeering a little bit wide, but that's just within the rules of the game, obviously. And, well, I'll tell you what, Carlsbury, great job there on older tyres. Been on them for 5 laps and he's managed to stay ahead. Calzo's not going to make a move into Pujon, is he? Side by side down the hill, 150 miles an hour. And it's still going side by side. Great racing from these two up towards the fan chicane, and they are still wheel to wheel. Look at this. Almost neck and neck as they go through the chicane. Calzo looking to see if he can get the move done finally, and no, Calsbury holding on. This is holding Livid up, because look, they've got Sam, Luke, Deneen, Fruitful all lining up ready to go. Carlsbury is playing the defensive runner here at the moment basically for TTG, as Verstappen and Ferrin Racer in the pits. As Calsper's going to take the lead then, and the undercut not going to work, the overcut's going to do the trick. And look at this Calzo round the outside into the bus stop chicane. He's now got the inside, and he is through and up a position. That's him through and got the move done as Carlsberry comes into pit lane. And look at this, Vaporons came out ahead of Calzo as well from his pit stop. So TTG 1-2 at the moment. Carlsper, Vaporon, and then it's Calzo, Sam, Luke, Ferrin Racer, Deneen, Fruitful, Navy, and Sem. So it's not too bad. Oh my goodness me, there's a car off the top of the hill. Who is that? It is Navy, and it's not the first time we've seen him sideways tonight. Had a bit of a rally moment earlier, he's managed to avoid losing a wheel, but he has lost out massively and lost part of his front wing as well. Luke's lost a few positions there to his teammates, but that might have been completely purposeful. And look at this Vaporon and Calsper trying to disappear up the road from the Livid drivers. Lap 7 of 11. And look at this Ferrin Racer now on the soft compound tyres, and you can see the lead. Look at that. He's only 3.3 behind, and that's a sea of white and red there as Livid occupy 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th, so the only TTG drivers in the top 10 are your lead pair of Calspor and Vaporon, so TTG really need to get the finger out here if they want to avoid getting a lot of points taken off of them in this early race. And we go down the field and you see Sem there getting by on Luke. Sem got the fresher compound of tyres. Simon's just gone by on Navy, who's obviously struggling with his front wing and somehow managed to avoid hitting the barrier there because that was so close, and that does glitch occasionally as well, so that is not the easiest thing to do. He's managed to avoid it very well, but look at this, Calspor, Vaporon about 2 seconds from the lead. Then you've got Calzo, Ferrin Racers coming along quick. Calzo, you can see he's got a slightly different version of the livery. It's a bit more red than it is the white, but I do know they had that before Livid, so he's maybe just not changed. He's easily going to allow his teammate through here with DRS. Ferrin Racer, very good competitor on the soft compound tyres. He's now on his way to hunt down TTG, hunt down Vaporon, hunt down Calspor. He's going to catch them, I would say, at this rate by the next lap or two. It's just a case of will he do enough to get past them before the end of the race. So let's run you through the order. Calspor leads for TTG with Vaporon in second, also for TTG. Ferrin Racer, just talking about him, in third for Livid, along with Calzo. Then it's Sam, Deneen, Fruitful, Sem, Luke. Sam has gone by on Luke, as has Toxic, going round the outside trying to get TTG, another driver in the top 10, and nicely round the outside he goes. Luke getting a little bit sideways there on his older tyres, 4 laps old on the softs. Then we've got Slimbo, Honey Badger down in 13th, had a great start and then had something happen down at Puhon on lap number 3 and had to pit early. Simon in 15th. Got Siege behind him in 16th. Westy down in 17th. Seems to be struggling here tonight. And wing damage as well for Westy, so that's not good for him at all. Forbes is in 18th. Navy in 19th. And Will G out of the race. And look at this Ferrin Racer. A 145.2 from the Livid driver. Looking very nice indeed at the moment. Heading down. You can see the TTG boys up ahead as we go on to lap 9. So 3 to go, including the one they're on. Rising over the top of radio and minimum steering input you can get away with. Nicely done as Sam picks up a penalty, probably going over the top of Eau Rouge a little bit too quick and a little bit too cutting for the game's like, and you can see the top 4 have pulled away from Sam and everyone else, but Livid will be keeping it easy. But Toxic, look at this, he's actually in the middle there of Luke and Sam, and he's managed to get himself up into 9th position, so I don't know if he split the 2 Livid drivers there, but there is damage to Luke's front wing, so he is struggling away. Calsbury has just gone by on Honey Badger, that was an easy team v team move obviously there. Siege getting by on LR Simon down the field, and then Navy is moved up because Westy and Forbes have pitted to repair the damage to their cars. But so far TTG holding on, but you can see Ferrin Racer is closing in rapidly on those soft compound tyres. You've got to imagine might not be too long now before he tries to make a move. Maybe going to line it up, save the battery for the final lap of the race. He's using it up at the moment now, down to 40%, but you see Vaporon's down to nearly 30, just under 30% at the moment on his ERS battery management, and Calspor got around about the 57, so he's doing not bad at the moment, getting it turned down when need be and then putting it back up. At Ferrin Racer now, he's just about within that 1 second window onto the penultimate lap of race number 1 here tonight on TTTV, this Team v Team event, TTGaming Esports versus Livid eRacing. And they head down towards Eau Rouge. Is he going to be quick enough through the detection point? There's a yellow flag in sector 2, the car going slowly, but we're going to stick here and see if Ferrin Racer can close the gap. He's got DRS, but so does Vaporon, so that's going to allow him to stay ahead. Yellow flag has disappeared. It'll be either Navy or Forbes, I would think, down towards the back, maybe Westy. Some wing damage, and Vaporon nearly getting by his teammate there. The TTG boys need to play this clever here with Slipstream. They need to use each other very efficiently to stay ahead of the fast approaching Livid Racer. Work our way down the field, and you see his train of Livid cars Toxic trying to get onto the back of them. He's got 3 seconds to catch up to Sam. He's still got Sam, the Canadian, sitting all over the rear end of him. Sam's on 8-lap old medium compound tyres, so they're going to be slightly worse for wear in comparison. There's Luke in 11th with Slimbo. Calsbury trying to make his way back through after some wing damage and getting a penalty there out the X corner. In 13th, Honey Badger, what could have been for the Dutchman? Had some great racing, and we've got a yellow flag up ahead, and it's Toxic. I do believe he's off, and he's in front of the track. Wing damage, you can see it's off to the right hand side, so he's probably caught the curb, spun it on the way through, down the hill through Pujon, off to the side. He's retired from the session, and I'm sorry, that is the most stupidest thing you can do in a race like this, because every point counts. Bring it to the end, even if you're last, and I'm sorry, I do not agree with that at all. Completely stupid thing for Toxic to do, but he has decided to retire. That means only 8 TTG drivers will score points compared to Livid's 10th. On to the final lap we go, and look at this. Ferrin Racer has got the 2 TTG boys lined up for a move up towards Les Combs. The top 3 have split away. Calsbury's just got by Slimbo down in 11th position. And here we go, up through a Rouge, on board with a Livid eRacing driver, Ferrin Racer, as he comes up towards the DRS activations, flicks it on, but Vaporum has got it as well. And who's going to make a move? No one's going to be close enough. And Calsper being very clever with the battery management, but he needs to be careful. If he holds his teammate up, his teammate's going to lose out here as well. Deneen's just got by down below. We're going to stick with the top 3 because Livid passing Livid, that's probably team orders or just being careful with each other. So we're going to stick with the front end of the action here as they come up towards the end of this first race. Westy with the fastest lap of 45 dead down the field, having made a pit stop. Into Pujon, Vaporon in second in the middle here, trying to almost play defensive runner at the same time for Calsper. There's Forbes getting into the 44.7s now with the fresh compound tyres that he's put on a lap or 2 ago. Here we go, the final run up towards Blanchimont. What's the batteries look like? 40% for Ferrin Racer. We've got Vapor on at 20 odds. He's going to run out. Calsper might just be safe, but look out for Ferrin Racer picking up a few extra points here as they come towards the line through Blanchimont for a final time. Will the Livid driver fancy a move late on the brakes? He's going to be extremely late on the brakes indeed. He's not quite close enough. He's going to try and stick his nose through, but it is going to be Calsper who takes the victory for TTG. Vaporon in second, Ferrin Racer in third, a good result for him. Calzo fourth. It's going to be Deneen, Sam, there is formation flying. So we've got Sam actually with Deneen, Sam and Fruitful. Then you've got Sam in 9th. Luke's going to be 10th. Look at the Slimbo and Honey Badger side by side through the final chicane. Honey Badger's got some penalties though, so it's not going to make much difference to him. And, well, maybe he's not actually. Slimbo holds on. Honey Badger in 12th. Calsbury in 13th. Siege 14th. Here comes Simon 15th. The last of Livid's drivers to cross the line. And that's not going to be helpful for TTG. It's going to work out really, really well for Livid because they've got 10 drivers who have finished. We're waiting on Westy, Navy and Forbes to come across the line. Here comes Westy now, crossing the line. He takes 16th. You can see Navy there in the background. He's going to come across the line and take 17th position. And now just waiting on Forbes, who's just trotting his way across the chicane and his own racing line, up towards the line, flings it across, and he's going to finish in 18th position. So, race number 1 done. TTG take the first victory, but I would say it is Livid who are in a better position at the end of round number 1. We'll need to see what the situation is as we go. Try and do the points, but I've got so much to do, it is actually quite crazy. So we will see what goes on. I think it's fair to say that we know that Livid are leading at this point in time. 8 of the top 10 for Livid makes it very likely they're going to take some good results here as we get towards the end of this. We'll just ignore that part. So Calspar wins, that's 25 points for him. Vaporon in second, Ferrin Racer In third for Livid with Calzo, Sem, Deneen, Sam, Fruitful, Sam and Luke rounding out top 10 with Slimbo in 11th, Honey Badger in 12th, so TTG 1, 2 and then nothing until 12th position. That's really going to hurt them in the hopes of winning here tonight. Calsbury 13th, Siege 14th, Simon, Westy, Navy and Forbes round out the end of the field. Toxic and Will G did not finish. Will crashed out. It would seem they caught that partly through, and we've seen what happened to Toxic, who crashed, and he was back underway, and it would seem to me that he retired on the track, which is, well, it's not the best thing to be saying if you're asking me, but hey, that's my opinion. What do I know? We're going to take a wee moment here, pop some music on in the background, and we'll be back in just a moment's time. Actually, we'll scrap that because they're getting underway very quickly indeed, resetting the lobby, which I was not quite expecting, to be perfectly honest with you. So, we are now heading to the circuit of the Americas for the second round of tonight's action. I don't have the points for you at this point in time, unfortunately, but I think it's fair to say that Livid are out in front, which is obviously unfortunate for TTG. Proven to be the ones to beat so far here this evening. But the Circuit of the Americas, situated in Austin, Texas, one of the newer tracks to the F1 calendar, having joined in 2012, and it's an undulating track, ups and downs, one of the highest sections into turn 1, around about 145 foot of elevation or more. Really steep on the way up to turn 1, as you can see there on the track map. It comes downhill towards turn 11, so we come back down to the flat along the start and finish straight. Bound to be extremely interesting race. A lot of corners here, situated on older tracks as well. Some like Silverstone, you've got Turkey and Istanbul for that end part of the track, and well, we're going to be in for some fun here as we just wait on the stream bringing itself back together. You can see I'm a little bit rusty with putting these all through. You can hear the background noise from the game. How did you enjoy that first race? How do you think it started? Looks like Livid are in a good position, which, with my slight biasness, because I am a TTG commentator, is not good for the TTGaming Esports team, but anything can happen in Formula 1. And well, it usually does sometimes as well, but Livid, we know, are a fantastic bunch of racers, and they've got absolutely perfect chance of coming through here tonight and taking the victory in this 10v10 team v team. Be interesting to see what happens. Just waiting on the lobby, loading up a couple more drivers, and we'll see who we're on board with this time round. We are on board with Calspur this time in the TTG car, so let's get all the stuff on here and let's enjoy a lap around the track with Calspur, up towards turn number 1, keeping it in 7th gear, hard on the brakes up the hill. You can brake very late indeed due to the fact it is uphill. Gravity will help you. Down the hill through turn number 2 and then up to this section, it's like Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone. 7th gear, 170 through the first part, down to 150, then 127 in 5th gear through the next part, up to the left hander and then through the right. Nice and easy we go through in turns 8 and 9. Use the curb on the exit, through the curve of turn 10, downhill we plunge slightly, up towards turn 11. You want to get good braking here around 75 metres, nicely on the apex. Look at that, Calspur using 3rd gear just to help with the traction, and now down towards turn number 12, the long back straight. DRS is wide open down here as it is down the front straight, looking for your braking point in the sunshine, nearly at the 50 metre mark there, very late in the brakes, brilliantly done. Nice and easy, up the gears one more time and now into this tricky technical section as we come towards the end of the lap. And this corner here, the double left-hander on it into here is very hard indeed. Turn 16, I think that is, memory serves me rightly, into the triple apex right-hander, which is the mirror of turn 8 in Istanbul. And you can see there Calspur keeping it as far to the right as he can, so he's lined up for turn 20 and then into turn 21. Nice and easy on the brakes, the low-lying sun blinding in the distance. Across the line we go, and it's Toxic in pole position with a 31.1, just ahead of Ferrin Racer, Forbes, Calsbury and Sem round out your top 5. So it's a mix of TTG and Livid, 3-2 in the top 5. That's a lovely qualifying lap there from everybody, but Toxic puts itself into pole position for this one. So Toxic in pole, 19 thousandths clear of Ferrin Racing in second, of German having a cracking night tonight. Forbes doing much better here in third with Calsbury in fourth, Sem in fifth, then it's Sam in sixth, Vapor on seventh, Honey Badger in eighth, Westy ninth, Deneen in 10th, Siege 11th, Slimbo in 12th, Simon in 13th, Sam in 14th, Calsburn in 15th, Will G in 16th, Calzo in 17th, Luke, Navy and Fruitful all disqualified during the session, and the top 15 covered by a second and a half, although Calspur qualifying on the medium compound tyres, which is a bit of a strange one if you do ask me, but hey ho, who am I to judge? So, points in the bottom there, Livid 135, TTG on 83, obviously points for every driver that finishes, so it is still all to play for. Anything can happen. There's a few tight corners here, there's a few late braking zones as well, down towards turn 12, up towards turn 1 as well, so you can see plenty of action as we go along here tonight. Anything, just anything might happen. I hope you are enjoying the coverage here tonight. I say it's the first time I've used OBS, to be perfectly honest, with commentary, putting in the extras and everything, and I think it does add to the coverage. Obviously I'm not regular on TTTV at the moment, unfortunately, due to work commitments. It was nice to be able to come in and do this and get a little bit of a one-off here. So if you are enjoying it, please do give it a thumbs up. Give me a wee shout in the chat if you are enjoying the extra bits and pieces here in the coverage. And don't forget to subscribe as well, because obviously you'll have James here on Tuesday night for TTL F2. He'll also be in the box on Thursday night as well, I do believe, with Kieran McGinley, TTL F1. I think he's still doing that anyway. He's a busy man, is James, because he'll also be in on Fridays, which is for TTL F2. Ooh, yeah, I keep getting mixed up now because I'm forgetting. Hey, I know he's doing Fridays usually sometimes as well with Malc, and then he also does Saturdays as well with our tie-in with Competitive Racing Club as well. And if you want to see how bad I am at driving, then you just watch that on the Saturday night at 8:30 for Tier 1 and 7:30 for Tier 2. Anyway, back to tonight. Let's have a look at everything here. We'll get rid of the lap data, we don't really need that. So top 10 on the softs, you can see Siege, Slimbo, Simon and Sam have all decided on the same course of action. Calsper, the first driver, on the mediums, along with Will G, Calzo and Luke. Navy on the softs and Fruitful on the mediums. So a bit of a mixed bag in the midfield here for 14 laps. And one of the main problems you usually find with Kota is not necessarily tyre wear, but more tyre temperature. Keeping the temperature in the tyres, keeping them in the right range. If they get too hot or too cool, it completely ruins the grip. So that is the hardest part to what I've been told around this track. Not that I know, because I don't drive often enough in this game. In fact, I can't remember the last time I drove in this game personally. But there you go, that's just me. Up towards the start line we go. Toxic is your pole sitter. Will G has decided he wants to try and drive the pace car lap basically, rather than speed 16th, but he's up ahead. There's Ferrin Racer, fantastic race from him at Belgium first time round. Some great driving through the field on the alternate strategy, and he'll be looking to get a good start here off the line. There's Toxic, clear track ahead looking up the hill. And there's Ferrin Racer. We'll see if we can get ourselves something a little bit better than this, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So we're just going to have to wait for the 5 red lights and hope that we get something better than this as we go along. Once again though, my name is Andy Campbell, taking you through tonight's second race actions. We're just awaiting the 5 red lights coming up on screen. Here we go. 3 lights, 4, now 5. The revs are rising. And the second race of tonight is underway, and look at that, a lot of slow starts up ahead. That was very strange indeed, but it's worked out very nicely for Ferran Racer. He's into the lead, and look at this, we've got 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 wide down the field. Everybody going to get through safely? Yes, indeed, it looks like it. A little bit of bumping and grinding, nothing too major. Hopefully no wing damage for anyone. Look at Slimbo up 8 places already. A fantastic start there from him. Sam's up as well. We've got a car off somewhere down the field, trying to pick it up quickly. Oh, there's carnage everywhere, and that is Sam who's been caught out there. He's got a lot of damage. Deneen's thinks getting picked up some damage as well, possibly. Carbon fibre flying everywhere. Sam, the big loser through that one. Forbes is retired as well. He's dropped out the race already, but back up front, Ferran Racer is doing very nicely indeed. Calzo in 9th, just making his way through. Look at that, Calspor's getting pushed about. Forbes has left the session. You see Calspor trying to get the move back on Sam. Can he get it done? Not indeed at this point in time. In fact, there we go, round the outside, nearly 3 wide through turn 12, and plenty going on. You see Fruitful's got ahead of Calzo as well. Siege up to 11th, holding on to his 11th place position. He started in Calspor, up a few places. You see wing damage there. That is Sam. The Canadian's got damage on the front wing of that Livid car. He's going to have to pit very early indeed. And Forbes already out of the race. And that's unfortunate for TTG. It's probably going to put an end to any possibilities of a comeback at the moment, you'd imagine. For TTG, as you can see, Calsbury just up ahead, getting ahead of his teammate Westy there, up before turn 1. Look at Slimbo though, up 9 places from the start. The other big gainer, Fruitful from the back of the field on the Meachams as well, up, 11 places. There's a yellow flag, and it's Westy's off the track, and well, it's surely hopefully not going to be another retirement for TTG. He's going to hopefully carry on and finish the race. And he is carrying on for now. You see the pit stoppers coming out from where they were. Come back up, you see there's Will G, 14th position. Pretty close to the back of the car ahead, which is Deneen. You can see though he's got Luke right behind him as well. Look at this Toxic right in the slipstream of Ferran Racer, the German. No DRS, we're going to get a late move on the braking down towards turn number 12. And nicely on the brake, good bit of space given there by Ferran Racer, keeping it fair. And he's going to go up the inside now though. We jump on board between the two of them. And look at this, side by side they go through this tricky bit. And look at that Toxic very cutely there, positioning the car to make sure that Ferran couldn't go the long way around. Cut the angle off, nicely done from him, and he takes the lead of the race. That's beautiful driving there from both of them. Ferran for giving the space, Toxic for the good late braking and getting the move done. But now the German's going to have a chance of coming back, because of course he now has DRS. It will be enabled this time by, although he won't have it at the moment, but he will when we get up towards turn 11 and into turn 12 at the back end of the circuit. Meanwhile down the field, Will G, Westy's into the pits, got cars up ahead, that's Will G and Deneen side by side. Westy's left the session, I'm hoping that's a disconnection and he'll be back. TTG need all the points they can get. Will G sticking it out up the inside. Deneen trying to hold on around the outside. Can't get it done, and Deneen down the order. Another place lost for him. Will G coming through the field on the medium compound of tyre. We need to cut back towards the front end of the grid though. Look at this. Slimbo and Ferran Racer starting to gang up now on Toxic. Ferran's going to have the DRS now. He's about to open it. There it goes. Looking for a better angle than that, but there you go. We'll watch here from this point of view. Let's say there's Ferran going up the inside. Oh, camera angles are terrible. He's got the move done. Apologies for missing that one there. Trying to get a good camera angle and ended up in the wrong position. But Ferran Racer DRS assisted down the inside on Toxic. Gets moved. Look at Toxic up the inside there. Might have picked up a warning possibly for that one. He's managed to get the move done and retakes the lead off the race here at the Circuit of the Americas. Brilliant racing out at the front of the field. You can see Slimbo is sticking around towards the back as well, and some great action going on. Siege isn't too far off the back of Calzo, who seems to be struggling a wee bit more in this race than he did in Belgium. You can see Deneen all over the back of Calspur one more time as well. Will G with a 3-second time penalty. You see pit stop starting to happen now. That was Navy diving to pit lane as Ferrin Racer's been made to go the long way round. And look at this TTG now starting to do the ganging up, because they've got Calsbury, Viperon and Honey Badger coming up to start and get onto the gaggle for the lead now. So the soldiers are coming. Toxic's not on his own anymore. Slimbo's now got some company to keep him going. And third place is no longer a given. Oh, Ferrin Racer getting sideways coming out at turn number 9 there, catching the curb and nearly caught his teammate out there. Look at this, so it's Calsbury though, going up the inside. Ferrin Racer cuts across his own teammate almost there in the melee. But everybody manages to hold on and no damage made to anybody as they go along. And look at this, we've now got massive amount of DRS trains. We're going to get 3 wide nearly up towards, but Toxic's defended very nicely. Cut down though, because look at this, Calsbury has got up the inside of Slimbo. Slimbo's still got the inside line coming up to the next corner. He's going to really squeeze the TTG driver all the way to the line. Sam and Honey Badger having a bit of a ding dong as well. And look at this, that's Honey Badger trying to hold on. Calsbury though has got up the inside on Slimbo. They're not going to go side by side through 17, 18 and 19, surely, ruddy not. They are. And Calsbury's going to sweep round the outside in the 13 machine and take over P3. Nice bit of driving there. But he picks up a time penalty for his troubles as Toxic heads for pit lane along with Ferrin Racer and Calsbury as well. So Slimbo inherits the lead of the race from Vaporon. You've got Honey Badger in third position. He's got Sam in behind him in fourth. He's going to look to the inside, just fill in the mirrors though, heading towards turn number 1. He's in fourth position. Fruitful in fifth. Calzo in sixth. Will G up to seventh. And there's Carlsbury coming back out of pit lane. And he's actually jumped Toxic. So Toxic got held there. I mean, Calsbury's jumped ahead. Toxic's still ahead of Ferrin Racer, which is good for him at least. So he's still held that position, but Calsbury has picked up an amazing few positions there, and that's going to be really useful for him and possibly even for TTG as well. You see Sam's down there just getting past on Navy, who's just came back out of pit lane. That's down the field 14th, 15th. Sam in 16th. The only way I can differentiate the two is to actually say their names as they are. Sam and Sam. It's the easiest way to do it. Calsper there in 17th position, having just made a pit stop. You can see Slimbo though, all the way Vaporon. Vaporon trying the outside line. Slimbo had to cut back there, and now Vaporon going up the inside, and he takes away the lead from Slimbo. So another nice move there. Does Slimbo fancy a move up the inside here? No, thinks better off it, and decides to stick in position. It's better to finish the race further up than win it, because that way it's going to be beneficial to the team. Oh, Honey Badger got very understeery through there. It's going to allow Sam a chance to maybe have a move. Who pulls into pit lane this time round? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all go for it. That's going to leave Sam out. Fruitful, I believe, from back of the field now up to the front. And Vaporon, 5-second time penalty for Vaporon. That is not going to help him in any way, shape or form, and that's going to really hurt him come the end of the race. Calzo takes over second from Will G in third. There goes Vaporon. He's going to hold up ahead of Slimbo. But what we want to do is go and see where Calsbury is. Is he going to get ahead of his teammate? Well, he's got ahead of Slimbo, by the looks of it. He has indeed. But Vaporon's jumped ahead of Carlsbury, so Vaporon's technically in the lead of the race. The net lead of the race is currently Vaporon in 4th, Carlsbury in 5th, Slimbo 6th, Toxic is at Ferrin Racer down to 7th. So the top two at the start, which was Toxic and Ferrin Racer, have lost out 3 positions basically during the pit stop phase at the moment to Vaporon, Carlsbury and Slimbo. That's not going to do them any good at all. Luke's just came back out. He's all over the back of Sam, his own Livid Racing teammate. And he's on a set of soft compound tyres that are only a lap old compared to Sam's new mediums. Sorry, I'm getting that wrong against Luke, sorry, Sam further down the field has just got by on Westy. Westy is ghosting at the moment, so that's more points lost for TTG. It's just falling apart at the seams. Someone's just pulled the bit of string attached to the sweater, and it's just disintegrating in front of them. So ours have been made in a cheeky shop in China, and the less said about China is probably the best thing to do. You see Sam down the field has just got himself ahead of Honey Badger. That is down at turn number 12. Honey Badger, the Dutchman, seems to be struggling here. Usually someone with some really good pace. Just not able to get it. Will G into pit lane. Deneen, Navy, covering a battle. Look at this at West. He's obviously ghosting Calspur. Nearly bumped into the back of Navy there. And they're going to go round each other. Look at... No, Calspur's not going to get the wide line round there. He is indeed. Fresher tyres by the looks of it. Yep, only by a lap though, but soft tyres is certainly helping. And that moves him up a position. We move back though. Vaporon in third position. You've got Fruitful leading. Calzo in second. They're on the mediums. They're still to stop. The only two drivers in the race that have not made a pit stop yet. There's Vaporon in third. He has pitted just a lap ago. Slimbo picking up a penalty now as he chases down Carlsberry. Over fourth position at the moment. Toxic has managed to pull a second clear of Ferrin Racer, so out of DRS at the moment from the German. That's going to help Toxic very good indeed. There's Luke, he's got Will G all over the back of him. Will's got soft tyres on, he's just out of pit lane. And that's worked out very nicely in fact for Will. If we have a quick look, he's up 7 positions, but Luke's up 10. That's working out very nicely for both of them to come through the field. But here comes Will G on the back of the Livid driver, on the back of Luke, coming up towards turn number 12. And that's a pretty easy move indeed for the TTG driver as he moves up into 8th position. Carlsberry still close to the back of Vaporon. Slimbo's hanging on in there. And Calspur and Deneen side by side again. Not for the first time. Probably not for the last time. Calzo pits, so that leaves Fruitful out on his own. And look at this, Calspur's going to chuck it down the inside. He's lucky to say one thing, that Sam seen him, gave him a bit of space. He was entitled to go for it, was Calspur. He needed a bit of help from his competitor, and round the outside, much better grip in the soft compound of tyres. And that puts Calspur up into 11th position. That was good racing there between both of them. Sam might be a little bit annoyed, obviously getting pushed through, but it was a clean move in my opinion there. It was using a bit of a, you know, cheeky move, but he got the move done relatively cleanly. And he threw into position around the outside though at the end. That was lovely indeed. Honey Badger's just gone by on Sam up towards turn number 1. And Vaporon, I'll tell you what, Fruitful's doing good at the moment. 15 seconds clear. He's going to come out in the middle of this. Really, really nicely indeed. Hello Crusher, nice to see you join in the chat quickly. It's different to hearing me on commentary for a game, isn't it? Crusher the bro in the chat, he's one of our drivers in CRC on the TTG in fact, captain for TTG Project Cars. You bet you didn't know we had a Project Cars team. It's been quite quiet of recent. We do have one if you're interested. There's also a league running. You can see it on Saturday nights. Give us a shout if you want to get involved. Some good drivers in there as well, some fantastic competitors. GT3 is the car we use at the moment, going to move to LMP3 next season, so do give us a shout as you see Fruitful into pit lane. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes out where. Deneen and Navy side by side. You've got Sam and Westy have just gone through the same process as well, but I want to bring it back to the front of the field and see where is Fruitful. He's left his box, but he's not going to be quick enough, and Vaporon takes over the lead of the race. There is Fruitful coming out of pit lane. He's going to fall behind his teammate Slimbo, but he's going to be ahead of Toxic, who's got Ferrin Racer. Really closed into the back of him. In fact, no, sorry, that's Calzo, in fact, sorry. Getting the two cars mixed up. Calzo, after his pit stop, on a fresh set of soft compound tyres. Absolutely flying at the moment, it's a Scotsman. And really on the back of Toxic at the moment. Sam picking up a penalty. We'll keep an eye on him come the end of the race. Lap 9 of 14. Not far to go in this one. It is looking like Livid will be winning this overall, but you never know. We've got Vaporon and Carlsberry. It's 1 and 2 at the moment for TTG, but Slimbo, Fruitful 4th and 3rd and 4th. Toxic and 5th. We've got a bit of a train going on here. Look at this. Carlsberry's got to go defensive. He's got Slimbo going to the inside. He's going to have to be careful with Fruitful, who's just out of pit lane on a fresh set of softs coming around as well. And he's just going to take his time here, I would imagine. Fruitful, he's got much more grip in those tyres in comparison to his teammate and also to Carlsberry. And TTG is going to go round the outside. Look at the grip he's got round the outside his own teammate. Slimbo lets him go in the end, makes it easy. So Fruitful proving to be a handful at the moment. absolutely flying along on the soft compound tyres. Could he go from last? Are we about to see a 25% last to first challenge in a team event? Because Fruitful, don't forget, Fruitful started last. He's up 17 positions. He's about to make it 18 in a moment. So here he goes side by side with Carlsberg. A little bit of a love tap there as they go through, but my goodness, Fruitful is on a charge with those soft compound tyres, and he's through and up into second position. But look at this, Carlsberg going to put, oh my goodness me, that could end up in carnage, and somehow they've both managed to keep it together. Good control there from Carlsberg, because that car must have been a handful there as he was coming through that corner. He's managed to keep it Fruitful, 2.3 seconds. 4.5 laps to go now since they're halfway around, and well, we are about possibly to see a last to first challenge in basically a league event almost. That would be something. Brilliant racing so far. Ferrin Racer's dropped down to 8th. He's still within DRS range on Will. Well, is he just far enough ahead? His cars have side by side going on. In fact, that's just Calzo and Slimbo swapping positions. But as you can see there, Toxic's decided, I want to get involved in this as well. He's going to try and go a long way round on Slimbo, round the outside. Can he hold the position? No, he cannot. But at the moment, he can now, because he's now got the inside line through turn 16. A little bit of bump on the way out. Toxic's through and up the position. Sam and Honey Badger. Well, Honey Badger's just gone by as well, but look at Sam coming up the inside into turn number 13 and 14. But Honey Badger, the Dutchman's going to hold on for now, and then looks to cut back up the inside here, but he's going to be slow on the exit, and Honey Badger holds him. Look at this. Fruitful's already disappeared from Carlsberry. And Carlsberry's actually going to have to go defensive, because here comes Calzo now, up the inside on the soft compound tyres, gets that moved on, but Carlsberry going to try and switch back now, down the hill through turn number 2, up towards turn number 3. They're not going to go side by side through here, surely they are indeed. That is brave as you want. Oh my goodness me, but Calzo holds on. A little bit of a bump there, but it was clean and everyone got through, no damage. But Carlsberry losing out another position there. Calzo now up into 3rd position. Lovely bit of action going on through the field here. You can see Toxic there, trying to close up in the back of his own teammate. He's got Slimbo in behind him. Will G closing up as well. Deneen, oh my goodness me, Deneen's in the wall. We just caught the end of that. That is at turn number 7 or 8, I think it is. He's gone straight on there, don't know what's happened. Into the wall and out of the race. He was along a roundabout. Let's see. Sam. Action going up the front. I need to skip, sorry. I was trying to figure out what was going on with Calzo and Calsbury were fighting. Holding on to the position as Calzo. Will G and Ferrin Racer. Ferrin Racer trying to make his way back up now and making that move stick. That was nicely done indeed. But look at Will going down the outside, down the inside with a switchback. He's now going to have to go a long way round. Can't get that move done though. Look at this, as Navy and Sam. Sam getting the move done. Navy, well, that's a corner cut if I've ever seen one. We gets a penalty for it, and rightly so, to be perfectly honest. Looking Will G now. Luke goes up the inside. Navy holding on to the position on Sam. Will G and Luke still side by side coming up towards turn number 1. You go further up, you can see Toxic now going through around the outside. His teammate Carlsberry come back to looking. Well, Will's held on to that position. There's too much going on. I can't keep up. Too much. Too much. Kieran McGinley, where are you, my friend? I need help. Look at Slimbo right on the back of Carlsberry. Really close. Carlsberry's won 3 of the last TTL F1 races as well, so in good form. Just not able to find his pace here tonight. It would seem fully to, do that, but we need to go to the front, because look at this. Fruitful is on the back of Vaporon, and Vaporon's defenceless. No DRS. He's going to have to squeeze him to the inside as much as he dares, but Fruitful's going to come back across a little bit of a wheel bang. And look at that. That is, ladies and gentlemen, that is last to first with 2 laps to go. I doff my hat, sir, to the... Wow. Vaporon drops to second. Calzo coming through as well. He's going to be looking good to pick up from up 14 positions at the moment, so that's even just as good. He started, what was that, 15th then? 6th, 14th, something like that. Incredible. Toxic picking up a penalty there, running wide onto the penultimate lap here in America. Thank you, Cohen. I'm doing my best. I'm a bit rusty. I've not commentated since the last round of AOR, I must be honest. But we're on to the penultimate lap of the race now. And down here, oh, Will's gone deep and sliding. Ferrin takes the position back, goes thank you very much. Just caught the end of that there as well, slid his way up the hill over the top of the crest at turn number 1. Go back to Calzo. He's closing in on Vaporon, and Vaporon might be about to come 2 for 2. Oh, Fruitful with a penalty. Now, that's going to be interesting. That could be interesting. 3-second penalty for Fruitful. Last the first. I'll give him it because he'll have done it if he finishes the race there. But he might not actually get the victory because of that penalty. We'll need to wait and see. Here goes Calzo on to the back of Vaporon in the slipstream. Does the Scotsman go defensive? He goes to the inside, now to the outside. He's going to try and switch his way back, get the run out of turn number 12 up towards 13. He'll get Vaporon cutting across to take the race in line, which he's entitled to do, closing the door firmly in the face. That's like slamming it in his face more like. And oh, little bump on the way through. Hopefully no damage to either car through that one. Doesn't look anything visible there. Holding on now, Calzo. Look at this, really close. Those softs are working brilliantly at the moment. They're a lot better. Vaporon with a 3-second penalty, so that might help Fruitful. Not sure what Calzo's penalty situation is. I dare not look at the moment. Oh, tank slapper on the way out for Vaporon. Calzo's going to get a great run as we start the final lap. Here at the Circuit of Americas, he's going to go up the hill on the outside. Vaporon's going to have to go deep on the brakes, and he gets it done. You know what? Fair play to Vaporon there. He got the braking nicely done and closed off the apex, holding on to second position with all his might. Fruitful though up ahead is doing well. Carlsberry's just picked up a penalty. Toxic, he's got the box seat for watching all of this one on the final lap. He's trying to see if he can maybe pick up some scraps as well. I mean, could we maybe get TTG up into third as well possibly? Who knows? We'll need to wait and see. Slimbo having jumped up the field so early doors. Down in 6 at the moment, picking up a penalty there. And look at this Calzo trying to swing back. He's trying to get the slingshot just like he's rear wet. Oh my goodness me! And that's Calsbury spinning. That's not what was expected there from him. 3-time winner in TTL in the last 3 races. We come back up though because look, Calzo has gone to the inside on Vaporon and he's got the move done. He's made it stick at the moment. Vaporon's going to try and come back at him through 13. Oh, he's bumped and broke his wing. Missed his brake in there. His best thing to do is to let his teammate Toxic through. Don't hold up his teammate. Let his teammate go and try and see if he can do anything on Calzo in the final corner. But I applaud, I doff my hat, which I don't even have. Look at this, 19 positions gained. Fruitful from the back of the grid wins at the Circuit of the Americas. Amazing stuff. Last the first challenge in the event. Calzo takes second. Toxic crosses in third, but it's Ferrin Racer on penalties. And well, I'm going to have to wait actually. Right, okay, so Fruitful wins. Calzo second, we know that. Luke third, so it's a Livid 1, 2, 3. Ferrin Racer fourth, so it's a Livid 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. We Will G in fifth, Toxic 6, Sem in 7, Vaporon down to 8, so he must have had enough penalties to go in Narnia with that one. Slimbo in 9th, Carlsbury in 10th. He's left the session as soon as it finished. He's obviously not happy at himself. Carlsper in 11th, Sam in 12th, Honey Badger in 13th, Siege in 14th, Sam 15th, Navy 16th, Westy 17th, and we're just waiting on Simon to round out the field of the 18 drivers that are going to finish this one. Ho wa he. I think it's fair to say, although we're waiting the official results, that Livid have probably won this considering they did have the points advantage into this. But it'll be interesting to see what the end result really is. But it's fair to say one thing, Fruitful's the man round Circuit of the Americas here in Austin. 20th to 1st. Unbelievable stuff. And did I just see a Christmas uniform in March? Who is that? Who's still got a Christmas uniform with Santa overalls on? Come on. Goodness me. Have a word with yourself, son. Who was that? I'm going to have to name and shame that. It was Luke. Luke, oh, Luke and Calzo, no penalties. I mean, fair play, but I'll give you a 3-second penalty just for keeping on a Christmas uniform when it comes to March. Traveller, get out of grab. Anyway, Fruitful last to first, brilliant stuff from him in first. Calzo second, Luke in third, Ferrin Racer fourth, Will in 5th for TTG along with Toxic, Sem in 7th for Livid, then it's Vaporon for TTG in 8th, Slimbo in 9th, Calsbury for TTG rounding out the top 10, Calspur also for TTG in 11th, Sam for Livid Racing in 12th, Honey Badger and Siege 13th and 14th for TTG, LR Sam in 15th along with Navy in Westgate 16th and 17th for TTG, Livid Simon in 18th, Deneen crashed out as we've seen in Forbes. Well, he had an incident. I can't quite remember what happened to Forbes, unfortunately. But I'll wait. I'm going to keep the stream live just now, because I know Maze will be working away in the background doing some feverish maths. But I think we know ourselves, to be honest, that the winners of this are Livid. I think it's fair to say, based on the points that they had already. But we will hang about for a moment, stay there, and we will get it confirmed. Just having a look at the chat. Sam, anything you feel like that, Sam? Best recommendation is send it in stewards wise if you feel that way. Obviously, I know point of views are different to what we can see on the streams, but yeah, if you're upset, I would say put it in. It will obviously be looked at. I know here at TTG we don't want to be seen as that side of things with the words that you're using there, and if there was any proof of that, then obviously it would be looked at. But I think it's fair to say that it was some phenomenal action. 25% races do cause a little bit of a go home or go for it or go home mentality sometimes, which can be extremely frustrating, of course, when things go wrong. But yeah, it's best kept behind closed doors, that sort of thing, in my opinion. Sam, I know you know that about me already. I've already said that previously before, but just waiting to see if Maze can get us the final results, just to confirm the final points. And then we will close the stream off for tonight. But I do hope you enjoyed that. I hope that the extra add-ons through using OBS that I've done tonight made it a bit more enjoyable. I gave it a little bit of an extra TV presentation feel. I will take feedback. You can find me on Twitter at Andy81287. Come join the 618 other people that decide to listen to me spout an absolute load of rubbish. But I would love to hear anyone's thoughts on that. Can take constructive criticism as well if you think there was something I could improve on. It was my first time doing it. I enjoyed it. I like it doing it this way. I would love to do more of it. But work gets in the way. That's all I can say about that much. We're just hanging about for a moment, waiting on the official word in the chat. And then we will be able to finish tonight's stream. I've got to say, again, Fruitful, LR Fruitful in that last race. 20th, got disqualified, probably a corner cut, it would have been in qualifying. Started at the very, very back, 20th in the last position. And he won. I mean, we joke about seeing YouTube's videos and YouTubers doing last to first challenges. He's just done that in a 25% race online in an actual event. Sure, it's a team v team thing, it's not like a major esports thing, but still, that's a heck of a feat from Fruitful. So I would say for me, driver of the day, just for that performance alone, it was brilliant. Hopefully, not too much longer now. I say, we are here on TTTV on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturdays on a normal week. So we've got TTL F2 on Tuesday, TTL F1 is on a Thursday, Friday is becoming TTL F1 League 2, I do believe, so we're going to end up expanding our top tier, top league TTL F1 into 2 tiers moving forward, which is absolutely fantastic to see the growth continuing here on TTTV. And then on Saturday we have 2 streams on the Saturday night from Competitive Racing Club on Project Cars 2. If we're tying with them, 7:30 I'll see Tier 1. You can join Alan Cavi, I think is how I'm going to say it. Sorry, Alan, if you're watching. He streams Tier 1 from 7:30, and then he also joins James at 8:30 for Tier 2. James obviously also does TTL F2 on a Tuesday. I do believe he is still joining Kieran McGinley on Thursdays as well, and possibly even doing some of the Friday stuff too. So James is a very busy man. So do hit subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified anytime we go live. There's a new mini league coming up soon as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. We know those leagues are usually very frantic with action. I unfortunately won't be around for it because it's during the week and I work till 9 o'clock. But do join us for it, and we're hoping very shortly to have the points finalised. Tantalising, I think we know, but it's still nice to finish the stream with the actual official sort of results as well. Hence why I want to hold on to the end. Oh. But we will wait and see. I think for a moment, just until it comes up, instead of listening to me babbling, have some music. I'll be back in a minute. So still been waiting on the points. It's taking a little bit longer to add up than usual. I do think, as I say, it is pretty known that it is a Livid Esport who have won here tonight. It's just awaiting the final confirmation of that. It would be nice to get that before we finish stream, but if I don't get it in the next couple of minutes, then I will end up just closing the stream anyway, because I've got work tomorrow. I need to go and get ready for work. So yeah, I do hope you did enjoy all that, as I did say though. It's nice to be back on TTTV, must be honest. It's been a while, before Christmas actually, with the TTL Classic Cup for the end of season, 15? God, I'm rude. So, it was nice to be back, for sure. 11 away from 400 subs. I remember when we were just ticking over 200, so thank you to everyone for the support. If you want to give me a bit of support as well, I'm just going to put a wee hey in the chat, and if you just click on my name, you can find mine. I live stream my point of view competitive racing club every week, so I'm going to give me a wee sub, drop in, say hello, drop in one Saturday night. I am hoping to have some more stuff coming soon, now that I've got a hang of things too, so got a few things in mind of what I want to do, so keep an eye on my channel. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it and end it there. I think it is fair to say that we do know Livid have won here tonight. Official tallies obviously will be posted on to a Twitter. You can follow that at TTGaming Esports on Twitter. It will be posted up in due course either later on tonight or tomorrow. But I think it is fair to say that Livid are the winners here tonight of the Team v Team Challenge. So well done to them. Well done to all 20 drivers for competing here tonight. It did seem, to what I could see, to be a fairly clean racing. I know there's been a couple of comments made in regards to that being opposite, but of course I can't see everything all at the same time, and in a 25% race things like that can happen. It can get a little bit frantic out there, so hopefully there's nothing too major out there and it was just hard racing that just maybe a little bit too much. But I'm going to leave it there and say congratulations to everyone, and based on the maths that I've done, congratulations to Livid eRacing. Until next time though, my name's Andy Campbell. I will see you again soon, but until whenever that is, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.